Chucky here, ChuckyTheKillerClown, here for the opening night of Halloween Hunt at King's Dominion. We got to be here last night. We were going to walk around scaring other park employees. Normally we try not to scare the park employees because if they're too scared, they can't do their jobs, and then you don't get food that you can drop on the floor when we scare you, and then we don't get to eat. But tonight, opening night, you know, once they said I couldn't be a clown anymore, I was kind of hoping that every year I'd be something different. Like maybe I could have been in Trick or Treat, like a clown. Or maybe I could have been in 21, like a clown. Or maybe they could have had a clown in Cornstalkers. Or maybe one of the guests at the Condemned could have been a clown. Or there'd be like a juggling clown on Bourbon Street in Blood on the Bayou. You probably could have even had a pumpkin clown in Pumpkin Eaters. So many places there could be clowns. Maybe Site X could have dug up a clown, and I could be the dead clown they dug up. Maybe I'm jaded because I work in a theme park where our whole job is to make people be scared. I mean, real life is scary, but hopefully not as scary as walking through Blood on the Bayou. If your life is like Site X, you should get a new one. I don't know how you do that. Maybe Amazon? They seem to sell everything on Amazon. What an era we live in. Anything you need, you just go on, like Amazon. I remember when Amazon sold books. Those were the days. They hardly could compete with all the booksellers like Books A Million and Barnes & Noble and all the other names we can't remember because they're all gone. Actually, they're not. Barnes & Noble's still around, don't know why. People just go in there, read the books, drink coffee. I think they really just sell coffee, and they have a lot of books around to bring people in so they can drink coffee while they're reading their books. You know, I used to talk about Halloween when I was on these videos, but, you know, Halloween, like, isn't as scary as what's going on. You know, every year when I play a different character, I've always explained the character and his own backstory. Sometimes I've even let the characters run the whole video thing so I could just go off and sleep under the trees. You know, the timbers. Not the trees. The trees are, you know, it's like sleeping under the trees, except they chopped all the trees down. They made them into timbers. But then last year they made me a zombie. And they asked, you know, tell me all about your zombie character. And I said, I'm a zombie. It's like, hey, but weren't you before? I said, I don't know. I'm a zombie. How do I remember my past? I'm a zombie. I mean, I know there's some zombies that do, but I'm not one of those. But this year they told us to do characters again. And, well, you're not going to see them much because zombie characters are pretty boring. Apparently my character is named Declan, which I know because it's written on the back of the shirt they gave me. So I just decided I become Deck. Anyway, here's Deck.
Not food. I want food. You promised food. You said I could eat something if I stood here. I don't trust him. He told me there'd be food. Instead, there's this weird thing. It like it's staring at me, and I see my own face. Old food. You promised me new food. Stupid clown.
Have you ever watched that show, Family Guy? I never did. I hate it. But on the same channel, they have a show called American Dad. And in American Dad, there's this character called Roger. Sometimes I feel like Roger in the sense that I'm a character, but then I have other characters, and sometimes you see the other characters. And then like you're wondering, like, is that Roger or is that the character? And anyway, that was Deck. Next time I'm gonna have to have some food, because I can't keep promising him food and not giving him any, because even zombies figure out eventually what you're doing to them. Anyway, that's Chucky saying so long, everybody. I'm glad some of you are still watching this channel, even though like nothing funny ever happens anymore. Goodbye!